Hello everybody, welcome to MMA Diary 36. We've got this UFC Hamburg card to go over, we've got UFC 203 to preview, we've got a shitload of shit going on in MMA and fighting and combat sports this weekend. Also, we got a few news and notes to go over, and a fight of the week to announce. And everything got corrupted to hell. So, I don't know if this will be working okay. I restarted everything. Hopefully it'll be working fine now. But, just in case this video gets uploaded and it's just a still screen for like 6 seconds or some shit, I should notice that before I upload it. But just in case I don't, you won't be able to hear this anyway. It doesn't really matter why I'm saying this. I don't know. Let's just get into it, huh? Let's get into it now. Labor Day weekend was this past weekend. I didn't watch the whole UFC Hamburg card, unfortunately. I only saw the main card. Saturday was busy for me, long story short. I couldn't watch the whole thing, and then Sunday was busy, and then Monday was not busy. It was very, very not busy. It was awesome. And, I didn't want to watch prelims. Sorry. Yeah, here we go. This UFC Hamburg card. I cannot speak about Rustam Khabib and how he won his decision victory. I didn't watch it. Ashley Evans Smith got a TKO in the third, apparently. I guess Macedo looked okay, so maybe she'll get another fight. I don't even know what she looks like. Good for Ashley Evans Smith. And then the main card. Oh, and so I picked Rustam. That was right. Peter Sabota versus Nicholas Dalby. Nicholas Dalby lost again. I didn't see it, but goddamn it, Dalby. So Peter Sabota got that victory, got that one wrong. Nick Hine versus Tai Hoon Bang. Pretty uneventful, kind of boring fight there. I remember watching it because it was on the main card. I don't really remember much about it though. I also did a fantasy draft during this card, so NFL fantasy draft. So my memory is not great about it, but yeah. So Nick Hine got that one. So I got that one right. So 2-1 so far. Ryan Bader versus Ilir Latifi. If you remember, I highlighted this one as my fight of the night. I do fight my favorite fight on the card that's not the main event, and this was my favorite one. And the first round was pretty entertaining for sure. Bader got rocked. Latifi almost got him, but he fought through it. And then in the second, Ryan Bader fucking blew up Ilir Latifi's face with a knee right in the goddamn forehead, it looked like. Louis Smoka on Twitter said that it looked like a bomb exploded in front of Latifi and blew him back, because it literally did. Like, I bet there's a lot of funny photoshops of that. It was a scary knockout. Like, that looked like Michael Venom Page, Cyborg Santos kind of knockout, except Venom Page sort of looked a lot more graceful. Ryan Bader was just really quick and violent, and Latifi just flew with his hands flying backwards. It was really, really violent, and Bader just walked off, hands up. Badass. Good for Ryan Bader. He should be still top 5, so good for Bader there. I'm happy for him. I've always liked Bader. I just decided to go with Latifi there just because he was on sort of a good win streak. But, yeah. So, 2-2. And then my final 2 picks I got right, so that ended me up at 4-2. Alexander Gustafsson versus Jan Blachowicz. Gustafsson just sort of smothered him the whole fight. Not very exciting, but I'm glad that Gus got that win. You know, he needs to get back. He needs to get back on track. I would love to see Alexander Gustafsson versus Ryan Bader next, or even if John Jones does come back early, do a rematch between Gus and John Jones. But I think Gustafsson versus Bader would be excellent. If Gus could look really good against Bader, or Bader could look really good against Gus, then you have a one clear title contender. And then you compare the loser up with John Jones. That would be fair, I think. Because John Jones doesn't deserve to get right back into the title picture after all his fuck-ups. And then Josh Barnett versus Andrei Arlovski. First round, very entertaining. First like minute or so, each of them got sort of wobbled. I forget if it was Barnett who got spaghetti legs and like fell down to his ass and stood straight back up. And it was one of the two. It was pretty violent. And then Barnett started winning the second round. I picked him as a sub in the second, and he was so close. He had full mount with like a minute to go in the second round, and he was just pounding. I'm like, fucking grab an arm, Arlovski roll over. I want to see one of them want to see Barnett get that submission to get a perfect pick there. Unfortunately, he did not do it in the second, but he did it in the third pretty easily. I feel real bad for Arlovski. I was watching some of his older fights. I watched his fight in Strikeforce against Sergey something, I don't know. It was the heavyweight Grand Prix, and he got knocked out so bad in that fight. I was going to make that fight of the week, but I just felt too damn bad for Arlovski there. That was really, really violent knockout, but he came back. That was in 2011. He's still kicking in 2016. He was on a 3-fight win streak not too long ago, but now he's on a significant losing streak. He lost to Barnett. He lost to Stipe. He lost to Overeem. That's 3 fights right there. He got knocked out by Overeem with that crane kick. He got knocked out by give me that title shot. And he was just going nuts. And then he got submitted pretty bad in this fight. So I don't know. It's so sad seeing fighters get old, especially fighters who have had such a hard career in terms of knockouts and stuff. Kind of worried for Arlovski. He says he still has the fire to compete, so we'll see. As for Josh Barnett, I'd love to see Josh Barnett fight someone like Brock Lesnar. Honestly, that'd be really. Otherwise, maybe someone like Derek Lewis. Maybe Big Ben Rothwell, something like that. Anyways, on to UFC 203. UFC 203, pretty good card. Unfortunately, Ian McCall, lightning strikes twice. He was in UFC 199, Justin Scoggins missed weight. Fight was off. Now, UFC 203, Ray Borg pulls out of UFC 203 due to an illness. So, I don't know, what would you say would be what would give me a perfect pick? We'll just do decision. So UFC, so that's two times in a row for McCall. McCall calls out Neil Seery to fight in Belfast, Northern Ireland on that November 19th card. Neil Seery replied with a tweet saying, "Bring it on, I'm always game." So hopefully Ian McCall can get himself a fight. He's been out of UFC for a while with injuries, and now he's had 2 fights scheduled and both of them pulled out on him, so feel quite bad for good old Ian McCall. So for the rest of the fights, the UFC Fight Pass featured prelim is Yancy Medeiros for Sean Spencer. It's a really fun fight. I'm not actually sure what division that's in. I think that's either lightweight or welterweight. Let's check, huh? Yancy Medeiros versus Sean Spencer. Also on the UFC Fight Pass prelims is CB Dalloway versus Francimar Barrasso. And CB Dalloway there, but that's not. I'm not gonna count that as an official prediction. But fuck it, let's just do that then, huh? Dalloway versus Barros. Barroso. Strickland Holloway. That's an official pick now. That's an official pick. But yeah, Sean Spencer versus Yancy Medeiros is at welterweight. Very fun fight. Hawaiian fighters. I'm going with Yancy Medeiros there. We've got Jessica Evil Eye versus Betch Correa. Evil Eye's up and down, mostly down. Betch Correa's been up against really weak competition. She put on a good fight against Raquel Pennington, but she still lost. I kind of won actually, which is surprising. But I'm going with Evil Eye. I think Jessica Eye is one of my favorite female fighters in the whole UFC. I think she's the best looking. I know, right? That is a controversial statement, but I think it's true. Not that that's an important thing or anything, but yeah, I like Evil Eye a lot. So, first fight on the main card is Joanne Calderwood versus Jessica. My featured fight up at the main event, JoJo versus Jessica Andrade. That's a really, really close fight of the night. Best fight on the because Jessica, really scary power 15-pounder. Just a little squat girl. She used to fight bantamweight, but she was really small, and I do believe that's how the story goes. And Joanne Calderwood's kind of, I don't know how she managed weight or anything. To do a severe cut. I'm just at 130, and then she's like, well, I have body type for my power carry over in that division. Let's try and diet it out and really make a hard cut, and then we'll just down 15-pound division. I don't know how it goes. Joanne Calderwood's last fight was at 125. She looked really good there against Bellator. I'm picking Joanne in this fight, but if it goes, she'll win in the first. I bet she'll look really good, and Joanne Calderwood will look really bad. But I'm going with Joanne Calderwood because I think that she's really making that push to be in a. And I wouldn't be surprised. She ends up going 201, and I never watched that card. I think she lost. Conter there. Oh no, Carolina. They're gonna have fight, I believe, for the title. Then next, if she shouldn't even be booking, they haven't fought yet. Versus Rivera here. I'm going. I had a hard one. I don't think that he'll knock him out, but Jimmy Rivera is no joke. I'm really excited to see Jimmy Rivera versus Uriah Faber. That was my other best fight of the night, honestly. I really like Jimmy Rivera there. Going with Mickey Gall, submission, first round. I'm excited for Punk. I'm curious to see what he's like. I have mad props for him going in there and doing this. Really admirable work. 2 years training. 37 years old. Trying to pursue a dream. I mean, he's getting paid big bucks for it, but, good for him. Hopefully Mickey Gall can use him as a stepping stone and go on to bigger things. But if he wins, I'm going to be so happy for him. Oh my god, I'm happy for him. For versus Brown, we're going for Doom here. We're going with the submission in second round. Then Stipe versus Overeem. I had a hard fight. This is a coin toss, if you ask. Flip a coin. I'm going to go with Reem. I'm going to go with... Yeah, I think I'm going to go with... second or third. Doesn't matter. I'll just do second, so it'll be easier play bonus. But yeah. I mentioned that it's a busy weekend in combat sports, so let me just run for it. Titan 41 is tonight, September 9th, 26th. It's Christina Dom, bantamweight title in Titan. I highlighted Christina Dom in June, I believe, when she made her Titan debut. I think she wanted to be a 125-pounder, if I'm remembering correctly. I think I have it in the video description, the article I highlighted. I can't really remember, but I thought for sure that she was a 125-pounder. She's like, I just want to fight 125. I'm not going to the UFC unless they have a 125-pounder. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy, but yeah, good for her. She's fighting on Titan. That's on Fight Pass tonight. Also tonight on Access TV is RFA 43. So you got two options there. If you have DirecTV, you can watch Access. If you have Fight Pass, you can watch Titan. September 10th, tomorrow, Saturday, in the morning, KK. This one dude who's got like straight floppy mop top, like just his hair is just so like straight, crazy. He looks like a beast. He's fighting tomorrow. I don't know his name. Also tomorrow, UFC 203, of course. Boxing, Triple G, Gennady Golovkin versus Kell Brook. I'm not sure if it's on HBO or if it's on HBO pay-per-view. Either way, I won't be able to watch it because I don't have HBO or I don't have a way to reviews on my PS4 because I don't have cable, PlayStation TV, PlayStation View, I guess they call it. So I won't be able to watch that. But I will be able to watch September 10th, tomorrow, Saturday. Rico Verhoeven versus Anderson Silva in Glory Kickboxing on ESPN2, I believe, or maybe ESPN, one of the two. And then the Glory Super Fight series on Fight Pass is before that, so wanna whet your appetite with some kickboxing instead of some Fight Pass, or instead of MMA prelims, you could watch some Glory prelims on Fight Pass. Also, Saturday night into Sunday morning is Pancrase 280. So, if you want to get these MMA action in your life, go on Fight Pass and watch Pancrase 280. And then Eddie Bravo Invitational Middleweights, the Jiu-Jitsu tournament, is on Sunday as well. And if you're combat sports, I guess you could say WWE is having a card Sunday night Backlash on the WWE network. So there you have it. If CM Punk excites you, gets you in the mood for some wrestling, tune into Backlash Sunday night. There you have it. That's a busy weekend in combat sports. Okay, so we got some news and notes here, but what did I picked Overeem second round TKO, so let's focus on this. Couple news and notes. What? You know what, let's just talk about Overeem versus Miocic. Miocic's got great boxing. Overeem's excellent striker, kickboxer. Oh shit. Overeem just got all those miles on him. Like, Miocic isn't young or anything, but I don't think he's the amount of fights as Overeem. Kickboxing and MMA fights. I mean, Overeem was around there in the Pride days. Like, I know a lot of UFC fighters were, like Josh Barnett was. Andrei Arlovsky never fought in Pride, but he was around during those days. Anderson Silva fought in Pride. Nick Diaz fought in like the last Pride, but he still fought in Pride. And Fabricio Verdum fought in Pride. You know, a lot of heavyweights fought in Pride, but Over just had such a long career that he's fighting for the title still. Ooh, shit, is really impressive to me that he's been able to sort of shake the image of him as a glass jaw guy whose biggest accomplishment in the UFC was knocking out Brock Lesnar and then popping for steroids right after that. I'm just happy to see him
just over 2 remain.
Fighting for the title. Like what he did to JDS was awesome. What he did to Arlovsky was awesome. He's just a badass fighter, and I really appreciate his devotion to his career. I mean, he used steroids, but who hasn't, right? I just assume all of them are dirty now. Miocic, I think, is clean just because he's a firefighter, dude. Like, how can a firefighter be a liar or be deceitful?
Put straight right by Overeem. 1 minute left in the round. He caught him with the head kick.
But yeah, Miocic, I don't know who's got a ground game from being honest. I don't really remember Miocic fighting much on the ground. I know he's got good ground and pound. I don't know about Overeem. I know Overeem's been submitted a few times.
And an elbow. Beautiful hook. Oh, another one. That hurt him. Big right hand. Oh.
But yeah, I predict this fight will be mostly contested on the feet, if not entirely on the feet. If it doesn't go to Miocic to win pretty easily, considering I think he has way better conditioning than Overeem does.
So far, this fight is going according to game plan.
As for the co-main event between Travis Brown and Fabricio Verdum, I think that Travis Brown just got his ass kicked time by just got his ass kicked big time by Cain Velasquez, so I don't see how he's gonna come back. Come on now. Let's stop the fight. It's over. I guess I don't. And Verdum, I just think he's gonna be really pissed off about what happened to him in Brazil, and he's just gonna come out and just be really serious and just try and go for that finish, make a statement, get his name back into the title picture. Travis Brown, like I said, he got it demolished. Billy, 2 months to recover.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dean is going to stop to this contest at 1 minute.
I mean, it's a short notice fight. It's not like he was planning on taking this fight, so good for him for taking it and maybe getting his name back in there. But yeah, he's had a little bit of a fall. But he's dating Ronda Rousey, so how bad can life be, right? Yeah. So, some news and notes here. Shane Carwin is ending his retirement and coming back to MMA, but he will not be with the UFC. So he's they've renamed the UFC. He's gonna be fighting for another promotion. I hope it's not regional promotions. I hope Shane Carwin's a huge, crazy fight with two old dudes who can sling some leather. But yeah, get weird in Japan. Soccer kick some folks. Shane Carwin just this throwback to probably really big names to Bellator. I mean, Bellator hasn't been shy about adding old guys to their roster. And 41 is not old for a heavyweight. Like, most of the guys in the UFC are like in the tail end of Bellator to get a few more legitimate names, a few more attractive names who act. Like, that'd be cool.
Travis Brown. And here we go. Our fight tonight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Joe, the transition from just Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner.
But yeah, kind of bummed that he's not coming back to the UFC, but who knows, maybe if he makes a real impact in one of those other places, he'll want to come back to the UFC, and I'm sure they'd welcome him back if he's putting on good performances. Huh? Also, some other news here. Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz appear to have set a new pay-per-view record for UFC. They own the last pay-per-view record for the 196 fight, which did 1.6 million buys, I believe. And it appears that 202 has done 1.65 million. So.
Tagged him. Oh, he lands the roundhouse.
In their own records. Also, their purses, their disclosed purses. Nate Diaz, $2 million. Conor McGregor, $3 million. And they each got a $50,000 fight bonus for performance of the night, so they made some nice money on that fight for one fight. I mean, not just for one fight, of course. They've had a career of fights that they've had to weather through to the point that they're at now. But I'm just saying, that's a nice-ass contract, or that's a nice pay for a 5-round war.
Nice takedown. Into half guard again. Great position. Mounted here. Hip escape, nice hip escape. He's moved to full guard. Brown gets it back to the guard. Back half guard now. Big punch from the bottom. Now he's in full guard.
Just get up.
Under a minute.
Golly, Jesus Christ.
Man, he's got the reversal. Reversal here and into full guard. Brown gets hit with the kick.
Some other news and notes here. Abel Trujillo injured out of... Ooh, shit.
Nasty leg kick. Flying knee. That's a
Abel Trujillo's injured, and he's out of the September 17th UFC Fight Night 94 Hidalgo, Texas card. He was going to fight Evan Dunham. It would have been a really nice fight. Abel Trujillo's injured and out, and he's replaced some dude named Rick. So that'll be interesting to see how he performs on short notice. And then we've got a whole slate full of fight announcements here. We'll start with World Series of Fighting 34, which is John Fitch versus Jake Seals for the welterweight title. Interesting.
Alright, here we go, round 2. Joe, that was a good round. But let's see if the fighters can even turn it up from here. That was a solid round. The feeling out process is over. I think we're going to get after it.
Oh shit.
He can't connect with the straight left. Good striking. And he connects. Good roundhouse kick to the midsection. He tries for the single but doesn't
But yeah, it's so stupid putting it on the same night as one of the biggest cards of the year. Come on, get out of here with that shit.
He just blocked a very heavy elbow. We go inside the numbers and we see the total strike slam. Doing a good takedown. Don't forget he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. And he connects with the left.
Damn it, you fucker.
He hip escapes. He's out of the full mount. Oh, he sweeps. Look at his position now. Into full guard. Nice reversal. Right hand. His other eye is starting to swell. What he needs to do here, he's locked the position, then
Fuck me! Fuck! I cannot believe I did that fucking wrong. Unreal. How stupid.
He gets the arm under the neck. He's looking for the
What an
guillotine.
idiot.
Look at that guillotine choke. He drops down. I didn't hear it. Fairly close. Rolls him over into the mount. Very nicely done. Tremendous pressure on the neck.
There we go.
That's it. It is all.
Fighting Bellator. Call first Douglas Lima. So a lot of 170-pound titles getting defended in November. I wouldn't surprise Tyron Woodley fights for his title in November as well. And also, the Jewish fighter that I always get wrong. His name is Noad Lahat. He's the Israeli fighter. He will be fighting that night versus Scott Claude. Noad Lahat. Same night as World Series Fighting 34, apparently. Fight announcements here. We've got Jean Vellante versus Mark. Maybe even the featured Fight Pass bout. That would make sense. Jean Vellante has a name, but not a main card name. Also, Ali Quinta, returning after a series of injuries. He's in his 155-pound debut. Should be interesting. And then the big one. Third fight of the night. If the Tyron versus Cowboy, and the bottom two are Chris Weidman versus Yoel Romero and Jacare versus Luke Rockhold, that will be amazing main card. That will be like a great main card. Can you imagine that? How good that would be. Oh my god, that would be great. Make that happen. Rashad Evans versus Tim Kennedy featured prelim on Fox or FS1 or whatever. Awesome, that would be so good. Oh man, I get excited thinking about that. Okay, so here's your fight of the week this week. Your fight of the week is not necessarily a very entertaining fight. It's just an illuminating fight. It really shows you how good Khabib Nurmagomedov is. It's Khabib versus RC on Fox, Verdum versus Brown. The first Verdum vs. Brown fight. The second one's coming up on Saturday. That was on, this fight that I'm talking about was on April 19th in 2014. And Khabib utterly dominates RDA. RDA after this fight would go on a winning streak. He would beat some jobber, and then he'd beat Nate Diaz, Anthony Pettis. He would beat Benson Henderson, and he would beat Cowboy Cerrone until he lost to Eddie Alvarez. But yeah, this fight was the last loss before Eddie Alvarez, and he got dominated by Khabib. So I hope Khabib Nurmagomedov gets his title shot soon. I would rather see him fight Eddie Alvarez than Conor, if I'm being honest. Okay, so there you have it. Ben Saunders versus Jacob Volkman tonight in Treasure Island Resort and Casino by Red Wing, Minnesota. Very, very interested to see how that's gonna go. I just saw an article on MMA Fighting talking about Ben Saunders and why he got released from the UFC. It was presumed, I guess, that he wanted to go into UFC free agency and try and test the market and get some money. Gonna retire because he had a lot of personal shit going on, and he's like, there's a lot of shit going on. I need to step away for a minute. And the UFC, the UFC offered him a new contract. He didn't sign it. He let it lapse after he lost to Patrick Cote. And then now he's got that hunger back, and he's going after Jacob Volkman. And that should be a really, really fun main event. Like, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited about tonight. I'll report back to you next week on how that was. I'll give you a name. A lot of amateurs on that card. Lots of amateurs. So who knows if any of them will ever come to the national scene. But it's my first regional show. I'm excited about it. Not a lot of fights going on around here. So I'm excited to see what this one's going to be like. Great main event. Great main event. So I'll talk to you next week with a breakdown of UFC 203. I'm going to watch at least 2 or 3 of these other combat sports events. Glory Kickboxing for sure. I'm thinking Cage Warriors tomorrow morning, and I hope I can watch sometime this weekend Titan 31 with that Christina Dom lady. Also, football's back. So Sunday, football, y'all. Should be fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next week. Peace.